Welcome to the Resilient Woman Leadership Podcast, where professionally minded women explore the art of grounding into the powerful foundation that makes us resilient leaders in business and in life. I'm your host, Kathryn Regganie, and I believe that when we women connect deeply with our truest selves, we can collectively shift our leadership culture towards compassion, cohesion, and true creativity. Hello, and welcome to the Resilient Woman Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Kathryn Regganie, and today I really want to talk about something that's on all of our minds as we step into 2025. The infamous New Year's resolutions. You probably set all of those last week. You know the drill. You set your goal, you work towards it, and hope it doesn't get abandoned by February. But what if there was a better way? What if instead of chasing resolutions that feel kind of icky, we embrace intentions that help guide us with ease and purpose? In this episode, I'd really like to share why intentions, not resolutions, are the secret to a powerful and sustainable year. Together, we'll explore how intentions allow us to grow as leaders and stay aligned with what really matters most to us. And most importantly, it gives ourselves the grace to evolve. And stick around to the end of this because I'm going to guide you through just a really simple transformative exercise to help you set your intentions for 25. Let's get started. Now, I remember in the corporate world, I used to set resolutions that really felt more like marching orders, and they didn't usually fit very well. You know, the typical exercise more, lose 10 pounds, hit the next promotion, and then by February, most of them had fizzled out and you just kind of forget about them, and your busy life just goes on. At least it did for me. And it just left me feeling like I had failed or I didn't try hard enough, and it was really frustrating. I needed to find a new way to do things. And it's just been a few years ago, I realized something. Intentions, thinking about the ways that I wanted to feel or show up in my life, might be a better way for me. It's something that I've done in other aspects of my life, you know, setting different goals for business and things like that, but I never really used it for New Year's. And when I began setting intentions, the results were just amazing. Resolutions are really about doing, while intentions are really about being. And that's where our power lies as women and as leaders. The problem with resolutions is that they're so goal-oriented. You either succeed or you fail. And they are often from a mindset of lack. So I need to fix something about myself. I need to lose 10 pounds. Why? Because everybody's losing 10 pounds. I'm not enough unless I exercise more or accomplish this goal or task. And they can feel really restrictive and very externally focused. You get external validation to know that you've achieved your resolution. It's kind of like setting goals at work. They're often given to you and they're tied back to corporate goals without much thought on what you really want out of this career transition. Sometimes some corporations will match your personal goals back to the corporate goals, but sometimes that still just doesn't quite fit right. It's like a nylon you put on and it's a little twisty. The power of intentions are really rooted in how you want to feel, grow, and show up. It's a little bit different because it's much more malleable. You can shift and change these throughout the year as you shift and change and realize what you really want versus what you might not want so much anymore. They allow us for some grace grace, some grace and growth along the way. Intentions anchor you in the present moment while still aligning with your bigger visions. So some examples of this intentions is, I will approach challenges with curiosity. I will create spaciousness in my life for creativity and connection. And I will embody calm confidence in my leadership. These are a little bit more flowy and feel much better because it doesn't give you a set goal. Where approach challenges with curiosity, maybe it's I'm going to meet my goal instead of meeting those challenges with curiosity, because meeting the challenge with curiosity opens up a world that you might not have had if you looked at it individually as a goal. Some ways you can really shift from resolutions to intentions is really just take some time to look back at 2024 or at your resolutions you may have set already for 2025. And instead ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish? Or how do I want to feel in 2025? So maybe take your list of what you want to accomplish and change it into what do you want to feel? Frame them around being, not doing. So an example, instead of I will lose 10 pounds, shift it to I will nourish my body with intention and move in ways that bring me joy. So you're not committing to walking every single day, but you're committing to move your body in ways that bring you joy. Whether that's walking, whether that's going to yoga, whether that's going to the gym, or just cooking in the kitchen. What ways do you want to move your body that really make you feel good? And then anchor your intentions to a theme. So choose a guiding word or a phrase for the year, like empowerment, flow, bold compassion, something like that. What is it? What is that theme of the year for you? And then align your actions with that. Ask yourself every day, does this decision align with my intentions? Is eating this cookie aligning with my intentions of being healthy? Sometimes it might be. Sometimes it might not be. And then you can tie it back to resilience in your leadership roles. Resolutions feel like demands or intentions that feel like self-guided power. Women leaders thrive when they move from doing to being, when they lead with intuition, compassion, and alignment. I encourage you to view your 2025 as an opportunity to lead intentionally in your careers, your families, and your personal life. Now, I just want to take a few minutes now and guide you through this exercise I talked about at the beginning and reflect. Just take some time, get comfortable, reflect on 2024. Close your eyes if that feels good to you, if you're not driving. Think about the past year and what were your proudest moments? What challenges did you overcome? And where did you feel most aligned or in flow? And I encourage you to write these down. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for from 2024. And then, as I mentioned before, you can choose a theme for 2025. And ask yourself, how do I want to feel this year? What kind of energy do I want to bring into my life and my leadership? And you can jot that down. A word, maybe a phrase that captures your intention for the year. Some examples might include that calm confidence, radiant growth, bold connection. And then frame your intentions as a statement of being, not doing. So some examples might be I will embody resilience and grace in my leadership. I will prioritize my well-being with compassion and care. I will lead with authenticity and courage, even when it feels hard. Take some time and write this down. And then think of a daily practice or a ritual that you can continue to do throughout the year to keep these intentions alive. It could be journaling, or taking a moment of affirmation, or simply asking yourself, does this decision really align with my intention? And then commit to that one small step that will get you to where you want to be with your intentions of every day. One of my favorite things is to, before I jump out of bed, is take a few minutes and just breathe and connect myself with the divine before I jump out of bed, and just take those few moments to just be with me. One of my intentions for 2025 is to create deeper connections with myself, with my clients, and my audience. I want to approach everything I do with an open heart and resilient spirit. What about you? Take a moment and complete the exercise that we just went through to set your own intentions so that we can make 2025 the year of intentional leadership. And remember, as you set your intentions for 2025, it isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. Your intentions are a compass, not a finish line, and they'll guide you toward your most authentic, powerful self. Thank you for sharing this time with me today, and I'd love to hear your intentions for the year. So feel free to share them with me on LinkedIn or Facebook. And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with other women in your life who are ready to lead with intention this year. So here's to alignment and intention in 2025. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening to the Resilient Woman Leadership Podcast. Remember to take my Dragon Woman quiz at dragonwomanquiz.com. In just 2 minutes, this fun quiz will reveal your Dragon Woman and connect you to the resources so that you can leverage her power for good. And if you've enjoyed this episode, subscribe now so you can hear more inspiring stories from other resilient, wise women who will uplift and inspire you. Your review really matters to me, so please gift me back by reviewing this episode. Want more, Kathryn? You can find me at energy-pathways.com.